had this idea to do these interviews, and when I met Veronica, I was like, okay, there's definitely a person you want to talk to and learn more about, because, I mean, who doesn't want to talk to Veronica? So on the topic of your treats, tell us a little bit more about the different kinds, the different flavors, and like how you make them. Dive into what they're all about.
Okay, so my bliss balls, they're all vegan.
What do you call them?
Bliss balls.
Bliss balls. Is that a Spanish word or?
No, bliss.
Bliss balls.
Bliss
Bliss.
balls.
Okay, bliss. Got it.
They all are vegan, without sugar, without wheat flour. I use only superfoods and the most, like the highest quality ingredients. I make different flavors. I have some, for example, acai taro is the pink one. I have some granola bars with cranberries. It's perfect for like snack. Golden milk flavor, matcha pistachio, peanut butter, and...
Wow, this is totally bonkers. Traveling through a war zone. I don't know if this is dense fog or all fire. Wow, this is insane. Holy moly. Definitely not filled with a tremendous sense of security right now. Hey, I'm Jordy. Let me jump in here for a quick sec to say hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching my Dehancer video. I hope you're enjoying it. Some exciting news. Dehancer for iOS just came out, so that's out now. All of these awesome film emulations that you're seeing, all of the awesome color grading tools like grain and bloom and halation are available on the iOS app. So check that out. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, so if you're not aware, Dehancer is a film emulation plugin, a powerhouse of a plugin that comes with 63 film emulations in it, different print options, as well as powerful tools, like I said, like film grain, film damage is a new one, film breath, gate weave, bloom, halation, all of these awesome tools in Dehancer. And it is just an incredible plugin used by a lot of professional colors. So that's what it is in a nutshell. In this video, I wanted to do things a little bit differently and just show you footage, basically. There's a ton of great videos on YouTube made by some really great color graders and filmmakers and videographers that go through every slider, every control, and really get into the weeds of showing you exactly how Dehancer works. I just wanted to show you some of my footage so that you could see, sit back, relax, look at what Dehancer can do to simple footage, what I would call simple footage. This is my adventure travel footage from Mexico. I just got back, and you can sit back and watch and say, wow, this is only GoPro Hero 10 8-bit footage shot in Rec 709 flat profile. So look at what Dehancer is able to do with just simple GoPro Rec 709 footage. It's not log, it's not raw. If you have a Canon, a Nikon, a Sony, a Blackmagic, a cinema camera, anything, your results are going to be far, 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 far superior to this. So I'm just really kind of blown away, honestly, to see the results I'm getting from GoPro Hero 10 8-bit color footage. And so I wanted to make a note of that, you know, pretty amazing, right? Secondly, you know, color grading is very subjective, so go easy on me. I just wanted to give you some different looks. I wouldn't say that each one of these looks is like my all-time favorite or what I think is the best. It's just a chance to show you some of the different ones that are on there. And I have favorites. My favorite is hands down going to be Ektachrome. I also like some of the Fujis like Provia and Velvia and 400H. There are some pleasant surprises. Kodak Aerocolor 4, I really like that, as well as the Lomachrome Metropolis. And then the Prokudin Gorsky Experimental. I mean, here's the thing, Dehancer, it has so many emulations in it. There's not too many to freak you out and get you lost in the weeds and mired in option paralysis, but there's just the right amount. And if you go to the ones that maybe you've heard of, that like your Fuji 400Hs, your Fuji Provia, your Fuji Velvia, your Kodak Portra 400, you're going to get what you expect, and it's going to be exactly what you want, and you're going to get fantastic results. If you want to experiment a little bit, then there's plenty of other options for experimenting too, which is really, really fun and awesome. So, not too many, not too few, just the right amount to really make it fun and interesting. So, yeah. Do I recommend Dehancer? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It has exceeded all of my expectations. Not only is it an amazing plugin and app, but the people at Dehancer have been amazing to correspond with, work with a little bit. And, every once in a while, a product or brand comes along that just really exceeds your expectations, just flat out exceeds your expectations, and leaves you kind of like in awe of like, wow, why can't everything work as well as this does? And that really has been my experience with Dehancer. So I highly, highly recommend it. I have a couple pieces of feedback for Dehancer. Number one, it would be nice if you could reorder the sliders, drag and drop the categories into different orders. I don't know if you can do that, and if I just don't know how to, but that would be cool. Number two, I've heard other people say this, and I would definitely agree with it. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a huge deal, but when you want to check out a film emulation or a film print, you need to go into a drop-down menu, select it, and then it's applied, and you see if you like it. And if you don't, you go back in, you select a different one, it's applied. It would really, really be awesome if you could just hover and have it audition for you and get to see it that way. Number two, I've heard other people say that when you turn Dehancer on, it blasts you on with the film grain, which can be a little bit jarring. I agree, but not a big deal. That's just sort of a note. I don't know why that has to come on, but I guess that's a big part of their offering, so they want to showcase it. But here's a cool workaround that I've learned. You can make your own power grade, put Dehancer into a node, set all of your settings how you want them to be specifically. So if you want film grain off, turn it off. If you have a specific film emulation that you like, put that on. If you have a specific film print that you like, put that on. Save your whole node tree into a power grade, and then when you apply that, boom, all of your Dehancer settings will be the way you left them, and that works really, really well. A note to Dehancer and a note to you guys, the vignette on it. I love the vignette tool. I mean, what a great bonus to have that. You can do it in other ways in DaVinci or your editing platform of choice, but man, so convenient. It really gives my images a nice 3D pop. You're seeing a lot of vignettes on a lot of these clips, so I'm using the vignette option a lot. A new tool, Film Damage. I really like that. That's really, really cool. Oh, here's another thing. With all of the different tools, they just made a change in Dehancer 7.0 so that all the tools have presets, and you just select a preset and it's applied. That's super convenient. You can also do your custom and do your own. I would like it if the presets then, when you selected one, it then showed you all of the controls below it, where they're all at, so that you could, learn from it and see exactly what's going on. I think that would be really cool and helpful. Finally, other people have said this, you need to have a decent computer because it's a powerful software and it can take some memory. So, be aware that you need a good computer to run Dehancer on. So when Dehancer first came onto my radar, I had 3 questions. Number one, is it going to really work for all of my different cameras? Like I said, specifically GoPro, but I have a Canon, I have a drone too, and am I really going to get the results that I'm hoping for with Dehancer? Number 2, is it going to be easy to use? Like, I don't want to get mired down in complicated software and be working at figuring this thing out. And number 3, is it worth it? It's not cheap, so am I going to have buyer's remorse or am I going to love it? And so let me just answer those all real quick. Number 1, yes, I totally recommend it. The results are awesome. You're seeing them right now on my GoPro Hero 10 8-bit footage shot in flat profile. This isn't log. It's getting great results, so you could expect the same thing from your action cam or from your cell phone. And if you have a better camera, you're going to get far better results. So use this as a baseline. And I mean, like I said, color grades are subjective, so these aren't meant to be like the end all and be all of color grades, but as a baseline, I think it's pretty fantastic, and I'm blown away. Number two, it's totally easy to use. And by the way, they also have an awesome user's guide, succinct, wonderful, takes you right through every facet of the software. And, you know, thank you, Dehancer, for making like a really good user's guide that isn't complicated and isn't techno jargon and just super easy to understand and use. And by the way, as I said, thank you to the people at Dehancer, so lovely to correspond with and work with. So, you know, yeah, it's a great product. And finally, is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's totally worth it. And they've actually even given me a discount code for you guys. So GM10, capital G, capital M, 10, you get a 10% discount on Dehancer by using my discount code. I would highly recommend it. There's a reason that so many pros use it for either color grading or for the tools like the film grain, which the film grain isn't an overlay that sits on top of your image. It actually gets into it, and you can adjust it in the shadows and in the midtones and in the highlights. It's freaking amazing. The film damage tool, the new one, freaking amazing. Halation, bloom, freaking amazing. I mean, it's just really a wonderful tool. I mean, so to summarize, my view on Dehancer is the following. Like, every once in a while, a product comes along that exceeds all of your expectations and just makes your workflow faster, easier, is simple, and you kind of sit there and you think to yourself, gosh, like, where do I end and this tool begin? Because the integration with you is so seamless and such a like pleasant, joyful experience to use. I mean, I just literally can't wait to sit down at my computer and feed it some more footage and see what Dehancer is going to spit out to me. I mean, I'm fully impressed with this brand, this product. I couldn't recommend it more. So let's get back to seeing some more footage. Thank you for watching. GM10 discount code. Can't recommend Dehancer enough. Thank you for watching. Adios. I hope you're enjoying it.
It's a much bigger town than I thought it was. Much bigger than I thought. Wow.
Obstáculos que te impidan hacer lo que realmente amas. No hay persona que te lo impida, solamente tú mismo y el miedo que te pones, ¿no? No hay un ¿qué pasa si no me sale bien? Eso no existe. Es, si no me sale bien, me levanto con la frente en alto y lo hago. Lo hago por mí mismo, porque me amo y porque la vida es hermosa. Es hermosa, hay que vivirla.
Sí, sí. Here's the walk up to my hotel room. This is a steep hill. It probably doesn't show up so steep on the GoPro. Past the chickens. Past the sleeping dog. Past the roosters. Skittish little bugger.
Hola. Hola. Hola.
Baje.
Can you hold it up? Very cool, thank you.
¿Cuándo será domingo para volver? Arenita, ¿de dónde salió? Arenita azul, ¿de dónde salió? Anoche cayó el agua, la destapó. Anoche cayó el agua, la destapó.
We're in the hills. A lot of logging that goes on around here. Not surprisingly, I guess. See what we can see. A lot of timber.